Well, hello everybody. If it isn't the most marvelous audience in the entire world once again gracing me with their attention, thank you so much for joining me on this delightful Friday for another journey into the thrilling and delightful world of Arrow Senior Living Communities. Today's episode is sure to brighten your spirits and deliver exuberance, the likes of which you haven't indulged in for quite some time. Our stories include communities attending a St. Louis Cardinals game at Busch Stadium, a new diversity and inclusion conversation all about family, a feature on the fun happenings around Arrow communities, Arrow's original novel, The Old and the Beautiful, arriving at the Novel Neighborhood Bookstore, and finally, a little taste of National Assisted Living Week. So please grab a refreshing beverage, a snack of your choice, get comfortable, and allow me to welcome you to another joyous episode of Arrow Nicely News. Our first story of the day is one of togetherness. Not one, not two, but three Arrow communities in the St. Louis, Missouri area got together to attend a Cardinals baseball game at Busch Stadium. Residents from Boulevard Senior Living in Wentzville, Kingsland Walk Senior Living in University City, and Cedar Trails Senior Living in Freeburg, Illinois, all got taken out to the ball game to witness the Cardinals clash with the Washington Nationals in an epic game for the ages. Cardinals catcher Yadier Molina and pitcher Adam Wainwright made history by playing their 324th MLB game as a starting battery, tying the all-time mark set by Mickey Lolich and Bill Freehan. Just a little baseball factoid for you all out there for your next trivia night. But Yadi decided that tying that record wasn't even quite enough for him. He knocked two balls out of the park, going yard, yak, homering, much to the delight of Arrow's residents and the crowd as a whole. Now, while the Cardinals weren't able to bring home a victory on that day, Arrow residents still had an incredible time cheering them on and made for, some outstanding memories together. 'Cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Yadier went homer twice, but Albert did not that day. Yakums! Our next story is about Arrow's most recent diversity and inclusion video, a conversation on family with George Shannon. George Shannon is a librarian and children's author who sat down with Norita Cannon, a resident of the Boulevard Senior Living in St. Charles, Missouri. They had an amazing discussion about what makes a family, how the definition of family has changed over time, the experience of your personal family changing, and much, much more.
There was no loving and no sharing in a family. And if there's not loving and if there's not sharing and forgiveness, then, how can you be a family?
Oh, I love that definition of, let's see, what did you say now? Loving and forgiveness and sharing.
Yes.
So when that becomes our definition of a family rather than genetics,
right,
it just explodes, it blooms.
Well, it's a whole new ball game, more or less.
Yes. Everybody has a place at that table.
Right. Yeah.
If you choose to be sharing and loving and forgiving, you're in a family.
So be sure to check out the rest of the video because it is heartwarming and it is informative and we cannot recommend it enough. Link is in the description. Next up, let's take a little jaunt around Arrow Senior Living Communities to check out what they've been cooking up for some fun times with the residents. The Township Senior Living in Battlefield, Missouri had a unique twist on going fishing by having the fish brought to them. Vitalia Montrose in Copley, Ohio made their way to Majestic Meadows Farm to make some new furry friends. Hudson Grand Senior Living in Hudson, Ohio got revved up like a deuce by holding a car show and raffle with proceeds going to the Alzheimer's Association. Then we had count 'em, two communities take to the waves by going on boating trips. Vitalia Rockside and Seven Hills, Ohio boarded the Good Time 3 to do some sightseeing around Cleveland. And their neighbors over at Vitalia Solon in Solon, Ohio embarked on the Nautica Queen to take in the Cleveland scenery and enjoy some, delicious food. It looks like an amazing time was had by all on all of their outings, so be sure to check out your local community's social media pages to see even more fun. Ooh, for our next story, we have some exciting news. Arrow's resident authored book, The Old and the Beautiful, is coming to bookstores and, in one case, is already on the shelves. The first location it can be found is in the Novel Neighborhood, an independent bookstore located in St. Louis, Missouri. Amanda Tweten, Arrow's chief operating officer, stopped by to see for herself and even picked up a copy. Take it away, Amanda.
Hello, Lenny. It's me, Amanda, and I am reporting outside of the Novel Neighbor. I am here today because I have heard through the grapevine that The Old and the Beautiful, our book that Arrow residents have created, is here and on sale, and I'm going to check it out. No, I'm here with Chelsea Whyte, Regional Business Office Director for Arrow Senior Living. And Chelsea, what do we have here?
The Old and the Beautiful.
It's in the local authors section here at the Novel Neighbor. And this is just, you know what it's missing? We need some seniors to sign this book. Gosh, Stephanie, what do you think?
It's pretty amazing.
Very exciting.
Thank you so much, Amanda, for taking us along with you. That was incredible. And a huge shout out to Chelsea and Stephanie for gracing us with your presence as well. Hello! Well, we are working on getting the books onto shelves everywhere. You can order the book through bookshop.org to support your local bookstores. And be sure to head to oldandbeautifulbook.com to read the newest installments of the story. It's some edge of your seat entertainment, so don't miss it. Alas, everyone, the time has arrived for us to bid a fond farewell once again. I know, it pains me greatly as well, but fear not! We shall meet again in 1 week's time to share more wonderful stories from Arrow Senior Living communities. Next week's episode will be all about National Assisted Living Week, which kicked off on the 11th, so don't miss it. It's going to be great. Trust me. And as a special parting favor, enjoy these pictures and videos from the Westbury Senior Living's Glow Party, which kicked off their Assisted Living Week. For Arrow Nicely News, I'm Lenny Hernandez. Have a great weekend, an even better week, and we will see you all next Friday.